Well. Here we, my, and it is always a pleasure to be with all of you, high vibrational beings. I am Chase Steele. This is Health and Wellness Wednesday, as always, and I'm telling you, it's a powerful day. Not only because it's Health and Wellness Wednesdays, but we're gonna have a lot of people on today. I can feel it. We have an amazing guest who is a repeat guest. Mama Ayo is she's full of knowledge, she's full of life, she's full of love. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her before we get started. Mama Ayo Handy-Kendi, practice certified in transformational breathing, Reiki, RaSeiki, QiGong, laughter yoga, breathology, and diversity training. She's the founder of the system Optimum Life Breathology, OLB, which has certified over 250 breathologists. Her company, PositivEnergyWorks, love that name, has breath with millions in the media, featured on Steve Harvey's Morning Show, Roland Martin's Hour, CNN, and most recently the Boris P. Henson Foundation, CEO Taraji P. Henson, the New York Times, and Washington Post. Further, she's the founder of Black Love Day and the founder and director of African American Holiday Association. You know what? Let's get into it. These accolades are amazing. They are so over the top. I love them. Grand rising to you, Mama Ayo.
Grand rising to you, Brother Chase.
Yes. Our concept today is how can breathing help us transform for self-development? I, of course, love this topic because it makes so much sense that we would talk about breathing as we go into self-development. But please, to begin, please bridge that gap for us. How important is that breathing into self from your perspective?
Foremost, I want to give praise and honor to the Most High because the breath comes from the Most High. It's the first thing we do when we come into the world. It will be the last thing we do when we leave this world. And everything in between will be made better by the way that we breathe. Your opening statement was so appropriate from Thich Nhat Hanh because he emphasized that the breath is the connection between spirit, mind, and body. Without breath, there's no life. But with more breathing, which creates more oxygen for every cellular response, calming the nervous system, relaxing the mind, we are able to have more optimum life. So we say breathe better to live better. And of course, if you are optimizing your life with every single breath that you take, that means that you are able to get to your self-development, your optimum, why you came here to be and exist and produce, and why you can have optimum wellness, optimum health. Of course, with optimum health and wellness, you are able to be better, able to produce. And with optimum health and wellness, it means also the mental stability that enables you to stay in it for the long haul, and the ability to have clarity of thought, and the ability to master what it takes to stay in long hours and show peak performance. So everything about our breathing enables us to master our greatest, our highest self-development, mental health, and our wellness.
Excellent. I couldn't agree more. My first question for you is, how do we separate or categorize the different types of breathing? I've done Kundalini, I've done Bikram back when that was going on, and we spoke about breath and fire. We spoke about different kinds of breath that are used in different, what's that word in Kundalini for each movement? Starts with a K. I don't know why that's escaping my mind right now, but how do we differentiate different types of breathing?
I am blessed to be the founder of a system called Optimum Life Breathology, OLB.
Right.
And what we teach in OLB, Optimum Life Breathology, is that we must study breath techniques and gain at least a foundation of at least the deep breath, which is the belly breath. We can use that basic breath technique for many, what we say, usages and applications, right? However, yes, every time we breathe, we are actually creating a breath technique, but I like to instead talk about a breath practice. And you begin to learn breath techniques from observing your own breath practice, but then a study that I offer, Optimal Life Breathology, teaches us there are about 12, somewhat fundamental breath techniques. But that first one, the daily breath, the basic breath, the belly breath, we sometimes call that a conscious breath. We can use that for maximizing every breath we take. But yes, we want to observe our breathing. Sometimes we're breathing really high. Sometimes we're breathing from our mouth. Sometimes we do need to breathe into the nose and release from the mouth. When we're in pain, there's a whole different breath technique. Inhale and exhale, no pause in between. That's a conscious connected breath. When we're really, really hot and having our PMS issues, you want to do a de-stress breath. When we're having anxiety or panic attacks, you again might want to use a de-stress breath. And all I can suggest is that the more you begin to become conscious that with every breath that you take, to be able to observe not only your response, but study the breath. There's an amazing quote from Swami Rami, who wrote the Science of Breath. We call him the Bible of breathing, right? The science of breath is the Bible of breathing. Swami Rama speaks that if you could observe your own breathing all day long, you would learn so much about when you're holding your breath and when you are breathing irregularly or when you're breathing in a more relaxed fashion and so forth and so on. Your awareness of your breathing begins this lifelong journey and this greater connection between this, what we say, this life force. And this life force should be studied. It should be mastered. Because if you master the breath, you actually master life. You froze on me with that statement. You have this contemplative look on your frozen
image. Stop starting. You thought I was frozen?
Yes, you're totally frozen. You're frozen with your hand on your chin and contemplation. Like, yeah, let me think about that thought. Let me really bring that thought in, because literally, as we move through life, we're confronted with many, many opportunities to observe the breath and optimize our breath and slow the breath down, accelerate the breath. And so the study of it is critical. So we invite your audience right now to come on our website. On our website, PositivEnergyWorks, 1E that connects positive with energy. You will have a chance to go to a section called Breathe Along with Me. And I was blessed to create this section maybe about 4 years ago, because so many people who have panic attacks and anxiety and depression, similar, I had depression for up to 45 years or more. With depression, to have this simple tool that doesn't cost us anything is always available to us 24/7. We don't have to go to the yoga studios and suit up to be able to practice it. So I put it on the website so people can just breathe along with me no matter what's going on. And on that website, you will see a lot of great information about how you can optimize your breathing, along with several breathing practices that you can breathe along with me, right? And so please use that as a tool for your everyday daily breathing, but also chase for transformation. You know, today everybody wants to be the best they can be. You can use your breathing for transformation. We consider the transformative.
Can you hear me?
The transcendence breath technique. No, I could not. Now I can.
At the whole stop my video. I don't know what, I've never seen that before. So let's just keep going.
Yeah, we're talking about all this powerful information, right? So that's interesting.
Right. So my question to you is, to the person who's listening to this presentation on or off camera, I'm completely interested in becoming a breathologist. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
But it sounds as though there may be some little kind of rubbing here in somebody's brain when they say, I've gone my whole life breathing. Now you're telling me that I'm going to have several techniques available to me for breathing. What do you say to the person that is like, well, how did I get here this long breathing? What is this technique going to do for me? It sounds intricate when you talk about it, you know, in the different situations, how you breathe. I'm just saying, it just sounds like a lot. It sounds like a little machine that you go, up, stress breathing, up, I'm up. It sounds like you can get into it and do it and perfect it in that way. But what do you say to the person that thinks that? And also, is there one or two breathing techniques that maybe you might be able to share with somebody that can work across different?
That's such an excellent question. I tell people that there's a lot of intuition relative to our own mind-body connection that knows also which breath technique optimizes our ability to manage so many different situations. But to be able to control and master, manipulate, and I like to say almost like kick in the effective breath technique to master that moment, it does take the awareness of many breath techniques. I'm blessed I have created the Applied Breathology book that goes along with training in Optimum Life Breathology. But the basic breath, we say, yes, we all breathe, right? We're alive. Right. We want to optimize our living. So I encourage people to start at the foundation. The foundation would be the belly breath, or what we call the diaphragmatic breath. We breathe 20,000 times a day, 15 to 18 times a minute. So if you can begin to start with your awareness of breathology, the art and science of the awareness of breath, and how to the mechanics of breathing work, and how to apply these breath techniques, if you can just start there. And I simply tell people, put one hand on their chest, take the thumb of the opposite hand, connect with their belly button, stretch their forefingers just below, and close your eyes for a minute to focus. And allow yourself to breathe into the hand on the belly. And most of us breathe just opposite to what is an optimum efficient breath. An optimal breath is breathing, the hand on the belly rises, the belly swells, we soften the belly. As we inhale, the belly comes out. As we exhale, the belly goes in. As we inhale, the belly simply comes out gently. Exhale, the belly comes in. Instead, just the opposite. Most of us, as we inhale, we lift our shoulders up. We feel like we're getting taller. You feel the tension in the chest as we're trying to expand a part of our anatomy that does not expand because of the rib cage encasing the lungs. And as we exhale, we open our mouth gently and just sigh. Inhale, the belly comes out. Exhale, the belly goes in. Instead of inhale, the shoulders and chest expand, and this is very inefficient breathing. It is the cause of putting our body at great health risk. 60 or more stress-related disorders are created from inefficiently breathing compared to calmness, relaxation, optimizing every single breath, health, wellness, mental clarity, higher consciousness, you name it. Yes. Work practice.
It's interesting how you spoke about that.
Yes. You're a musician. You're a musician.
I was going to say, when I'm singing a song, I'm continually changing the way that I breathe based on the song.
Yes.
Every song, no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't think about it because I do it subconsciously. I just do it.
Yeah.
But when I break it down and I see it, when you said breathe in and the stomach goes out, I learned that a long time ago. But I was doing it wrong before I met my vocal teacher. I remember I was a young boy. But at the same time, I see it all the time. And when I teach vocalists, I put my hand on their stomach and I go, "Oh, you're doing that wrong." And they go, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Your stomach didn't move. What did you do? Did it go in? Did it go? Where did it go?" So I'm glad you said that. And I think that that can help a lot of different people on the journey, but also you just said it a couple minutes ago. You were saying in certain situations, your breath changes.
Yes.
And I was on the platform of the train yesterday and there was a guy acting crazy, like swinging his arms and walking back and forth and spitting. And all of a sudden my heart started beating faster because I was like, I got to get away from this guy, but not run away, just slide away easy. I felt this thing happen. There were other people there, obviously, but I felt my breath change because like, oh, we're going to protect ourselves now.
Yes.
It's going to happen to us. And it started to change. So it's always been a fascinating thing to me, the breath.
Yes, yes. So see, your breath was responding to that moment.
Right.
And if you are aware that, and I like to say, Chase, there's no real wrong because that's kind of judgmental because you're still alive, right? But to have more efficiency, more mastery, more control over your breathing, this is what enables us to transform. This is what enables us to develop self-control, regulation, self-regulation. When we're angry, you know, the breath is all over the place. But you smelled something, you felt something, your breath started operating all on its own accord in relationship to being able to handle that moment. But if you had the ability to see it, feel it, and say, oh, wait a minute, let me hold my breath and shift it in a different fashion to respond to that moment in a more effective way, then you control that moment. And that's what gives us self-development. That's what gives us mastery and transformation, being able to handle every single situation. Where I've been in the midst of crowds of people organizing something, and everybody is all this frenzy, and you see people just, you know, huffing and puffing and, you know, barely able to have the stamina to handle the heat or to handle the cold or all of the energy of a lot of people. And I stand and I put one hand on my chest, which is what we call form number 1 in breathology. And I put the other hand right on my belly button. And I sit there and I inhale in and guide my breathing so that I'm feeling the high energy. I'm feeling my heart racing, and I'm able to slow my breath down and inhale with the hand on my belly rising and exhaling with the hand on my belly going back to the back of my spine. This one life-changing technique, Chase, is why I've been on radio, TV, and print, breathing with millions of people, just showing them that one technique. And once you get mastery over that one life-changing technique, or go back, this one life-changing practice, it's not just a technique, it is a practice. If you can find mastery over that every day, moment to moment, being able to breathe deeply into the belly, you're going to increase your oxygen meal moment to moment, and the nervous system shifts, the heartbeat stops racing, and all of these various disorders that come from inefficient breathing begin to shift and change, and you begin to transform. More energy. You know, I'm 73. I just had my birthday the other day, July the 5th.
I heard. Happy born day. Thank you so much.
And so
Hey,
I want to
Chase.
just say I'm the product of having been able to breathe for about 50 plus years, along with a whole lot of dysfunction was going on in my life too. But I kept coming back to the breath, and the breath helped to give me what I can say today based on a lot of the friends I hung out with and partied with and carried on with, drank and drug and stressed out and you name it, adversities. But all of the friends who I hung out with, they have a lot of issues that I don't have because I kept coming back to using the power of the breath.
If I may, just for one moment, Sorrel, you were chiming in?
Yes, you had a few hands up. You may not have seen them based on the phone.
Oh, I don't see it. I'm not on the
Stan
phone.
had his hand up, and so did Florence or Michelle.
Okay.
I have no hands up right now. You see him up now?
So Stan, go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much, Mama Ayo. Such a blessing to be able to speak with you. I just wanted to say that it was amazing to me when you had me to become conscious of my breathing, the breathology. It's amazing to me how many times during a day we stop breathing.
Yes. Yes. How many times a day that we stop breathing? That's right, Stan, and just hold our breath. And that's in response to our nervous system, again, intuitively responding to pain, to trauma, to stresses, to what we say we're hardwired to be able to protect the body, mind, spirit from those issues. But we have to relearn how to breathe through those issues so that those energies don't get stuck in our cellular makeup, holding our breath.
Holding our breath.
You know, it stops the oxygen meal, and we go into cellular issues and disease. So we have to push ourselves to breathe through that moment. And being conscious means that you begin to really, really, notice things like that. So I tell people, take breath breaks throughout the day so that you can relax and calm and manage everything that's occurring in our daily, very, very hectic lives. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Florence?
Hi, good grand rising, everyone.
Grand rising.
I've been wanting to share this about Mama Ayo. I went to a function in Maryland, a birthday celebration, and Mama Ayo was there. And there were young people and people of all ages. And the one thing we were doing, we had a song, and we were supposed to go low for love. And Mama Ayo went the lowest. Her body is amazing. And I know that it had to be because she breathes correctly. It was amazing. And I have 2 knee replacements, and I got them like the last one is in 2019. And I know had I learned to breathe correctly all my life, I would not have had to have these knee replacements, because I know they came out of inflammation in my system. And I learned subsequently that I have been in anxiety since I was at the age of 7, because that's when I took on the responsibility of caring for my 4 siblings, and even being responsible for my parents at 7. So my body went into total stress and production of information since those times. So, this is priceless. And I absolutely I'm about to become a Breathologist, because I wanted to be in the session this last weekend, but I know that I am going to be in the next one.
Oh, Florence, it was amazing too. Our retreat up in the mountains was absolutely priceless. And guess what? We are planning a silent retreat with Transcendence Breathwork coming up in October. So we invite you to the website. We just posted it. And so we invite you to come and just enjoy the silence, because as Brother Chase mentioned at the very beginning, to be in the silence, you're able to feel your breath. You're able to hear the Creator speaking to you about how to connect with your breathing and open up all of the portals of information that are being downloaded to us on a daily basis, that we can breathe them into reality. So I invite you to take part in that. And yes, definitely become, I say we're really all breathologists because we all breathe, but to be a master breathologist or a certified breathologist is because now you have gone through the study of breath. So yes, I remember that instance. We had big fun there. Yes, I was moving and grooving, and I got down, and those young people said, look at Mama Ayo go. And I tell people it does come from the mobility that is increased, the muscles soften because of increased oxygen in your body. So it's a whole science of the awareness of how better breathing can make better life. Thank you, Florence, for the opportunity to share. I love you.
Love you, love you, love you.
Love you too, Stan.
Love you too, Mama Ayo.
For those questions. That was definitely powerful. Definitely.
Yeah.
So we're coming right up to 9:30 right now. If anyone has anything else they want to add, I don't see any hands. My apologies for not seeing the hands before. I still didn't see them. Maybe they went up and down before I saw them.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Yes.
Grand Rising.
So,
this is Chris.
Rising.
I have a quick question. What site is the silent retreat for October posted on?
It's posted on PositivEnergyWorks. PositivEnergyWorks.com. Positive Energy Works. 1 E that connects positive with energy. Go to the section called Upcoming Events. It's posted right at the home page about the retreat, but the section Upcoming Events, we haven't gotten all the details there, but you will see a flyer that announces what will be happening at our silent retreat with Transcendence Breathwork. One of the breath techniques we want to share at that retreat, there are many, many breath techniques, as Chase mentioned. We teach about 12 or more in the Optimum Life Breathology system. And one of the techniques I've been able to perfect is my signature, and it's called Transcendence Breathwork. And this particular practice will be part of the silent retreat. We'll be learning breath meditation, and we will also be using this transformative breath technique. That 1 45-minute technique is equal to 2.5 years of talk therapy. It opens up the unconscious mind that blocks us often from our pathway of acceleration and mental health wellness and higher progressive ability to do all the wonderful things because of the way in which our parents block us, the way in which the society does not enable us to move forward, but primarily being hardwired, sometimes pre-birth, especially from pre-birth to age 7, in which we are told, you can't do that, and oh, why are you thinking the way you do, and oh, don't touch that, and don't do this, and don't do that. All of those suppressed memories continue to operate within us for years and years and years to come. And it affects the amygdala, the part of the brain that's our fear center. This particular breath technique pushes through all of the buried, stuck memories and opens us up to the ability to be the best we can be. So that's the breath technique we encourage people to utilize at the silent retreat, and also as often as you're able to have the opportunity to use such a technique, because it truly helps you master life.
Mama Ayo, I apologize for interrupting you. Florence has her hand up again, and I just want to make sure we can.
I just wanted to put out there that when I went on the site, I was not really cognizant that I shouldn't put 2 E's. When you put 2 E's, another site comes up.
Yes.
So I just wanted everyone to know.
Yes, you'll see someone that doesn't look like me. So I tell people, no, that's someone else. But yeah, you'll know you're not at my site immediately, right? And but yes, 1 E that connects positive with energy, we say, so you can be your most positive, energized self. Yes.
Excellent.
And
excellent.
also you need to have the S also to work.
Yes, gotta add the S. Positive energy works. And I often tell people, Florence, if they can't find my site, just look up my name. I am very blessed. They say I'm all over Google. So
Excellent. Really excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mama Ayo, we are at time once again. I'm definitely going to have you back for another session. We always right at the precipice of getting to certain things, and then just miss it again. But it was a pleasure having you. The information is so great. It's so full of insights. I thought about a lot of things while you were talking, which is really great. And we want to just end today with our tenets, as we always do. And they're great for everyone. That's why I like saying them, because everyone can take a piece home with them. That information is in the chat if you need to connect with Mama Ayo. And as she said, she's all over Google. That is the truth. I've seen it myself. So
humbly, I have to say that, but yes.
No, it's okay. Remember to live out loud, louder than you are right now. Remember to laugh. Please laugh more than you're not laughing.
Yes.
Remember to move your body, because movement is definitely great for your system and for fluidity. Remember also to sleep more than you are right now. If you're sleeping 4, sleep 6. If you're sleeping 6, sleep 8. Make a conscious effort to put that into play as we go forward. Also, please concentrate on more plant-based eating. It will help you more than you can realize. If you've not taken that ride at all within 2 or 3 days, just give it a shot. You will not be disappointed. Also, remember to stress less. Please stress less. And check yourself before you wreck yourself. Oh, drink water too. I'm going to add that.
Drink water.
Water. Please, water. Please. Thank you so much, Mama Ayo. And thank you all for joining us today on Health and Wellness Wednesday. We will see you again, Mama Ayo, for sure. One day we'll get through it all. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to get through it.
Oh, wow.
And everybody have a spectacular day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to serve. Breathe better.
Peace and love.